Hey everybody, how are you? We're celebrating. It's a surprise. It is a surprise podcast this morning here. It's Sunday, and it is, oh, who cares? Sunday, October the 8th. I had to come on. I just had to. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. I'm playing Celebrate by Earth, Wind, and Fire. But wait a minute. Wasn't that cool in the gang? Alexa, stop. Whatever. What the hell? Hey, how about those Phillies? Oh my God, I had to come on. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. So you see, got my Eagles gear on, ready for later today. Got my Phillies cap, celebrated. Phillies beat the Braves in Atlanta, game one. We should have known. They did the same thing last year. Ranger Suarez pitched game one and won, right? Under Rob Thompson, the Phillies are undefeated in game ones of series, including, don't forget, including the World Series last year against Evil Houston, the Phillies won game one. You remember that? I tell you what, the topper, how he used this pitching staff last night. I questioned it. Ranger Suarez pitching great ball, kept the Braves uh, off balance. That's a good way to put it. Curveballs, sliders, fastballs. They couldn't do a thing against them. Fourth inning, the manager comes out, removes Ranger. Why? Some stupid analytics shit. But Topper had a plan. Little did we know. In Topper we trust. Because Topper says, hey, we got the day off tomorrow. I can use all my bullpen. I, I don't have to sweat it, right? Takes Ranger out, bullpen, a little bit here, a little bit there. Used almost all its guys except for Soto. Brilliant job by the bullpen. It was teetering. And let me tell you, I bit off all my nails. I don't know if you can see that. Almost peed my pants, but they made it. And oh my God, it was like really, really, I have faith in the Phillies. I have faith in the Phillies. I have faith in the Phillies. But they are going up against the greatest offensive team known to man, or so they say, right? Anyway, game one, Atlanta loses at home. Here's the thing about Atlanta. All right, let me get on my soapbox now. Their fans are crappy. Number one, they are Atlanta. The people down in Atlanta, they care about college football. They don't even go to the Falcons games. That they don't sell out Falcons games. They don't sell out Hawks games. All they care about down there is college football. And Georgia Tech and Georgia are really good teams, but that's all they ever care about. So you wouldn't expect, although it's embarrassing that such a acclaimed fan base as Atlanta could not sell out the first game of the playoffs down there with their 104 win Braves. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. So that's embarrassing number one. Embarrassing note number two is the tomahawk chop thing is stupid. Not number one, it's racist and it's stupid. Even before race got into it, it was just a stupid thing. The people down there look like mechanical robots with their arms going up. It's just a stupid, stupid thing. It was supposed to be outlawed by Major League Baseball. What, a couple years ago? They never did anything about it. I hate it. I hate it. So that's embarrassing thing number two. Number three is when the Braves were losing and they didn't get a call, catcher's interference in the eighth inning that allowed the Phillies to get an extra run, which it was interference because even the Braves catcher put his head down, slammed his glove on the dirt, admitted after the game he could hear the click. He could hear that his glove and the bat touched each other. He heard it. So what happens? Those classy Braves fans start throwing bottles and cans on the field. Now, if I was in Philadelphia, all hell would break loose. We would be tortured. That, oh, there goes that Philadelphia fan base again. Oh, no. Atlanta sucks. That's all I gotta say. Atlanta sucks. Anyway, they got what's coming to them. The Braves look lackluster. Blah, 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 blah. They look like sleepwalking zombies, and they deserve to lose. So Phillies are up 1-0. Braves have to take 3 out of 4 just to win the series now, and 2 of those games may have to be in Philly. Well, here's the thing: the 2 games will be in Philly. If Atlanta comes back and wins tomorrow, which you would think they would, look what happened last year. Phillies took game 1, Atlanta came back and really crushed the Phillies in game 2. You expected that to happen because Atlanta has to win a home game. If they lose tomorrow night, they're in deep. Well, you know what I mean. They got to win tomorrow, but the Phillies do have Zach Wheeler pitching, and Zach Wheeler usually pitches very well in Atlanta because he grew up down there. So it's not a foregone conclusion, that Atlanta's going to win tomorrow. So Phillies come back to Philadelphia on Wednesday. They could be up 2-0, and that could be the clincher. Who knew? Oh my God. Anyway, kudos to the boys, right? Bryce Harper stepped up again. He's a clutch guy, worth every penny. Trey Turner had a great game. Hits, great defensive play, started a double play that got the Phillies out of a jam in the 8th inning. They stepped up. What can I say? They stepped up. The team has a lot of grit, and they like each other, and it shows. And they don't want to lose. They're on a mission. They want to win the World Series. And you would think someday, sooner or later, Bryce Harper is going to win the World Series, right? Why not this year? So I'm all hyped up for the Phillies. They are looking good. Don't get too cocky, though, because you would think the Braves going to win tomorrow. It should come back. The Philly 1-1 on Wednesday. Phillies win their 2 home games. They take care of business. If they split, well, of course, if the Phillies lose 2 home games, God forbid, they're out. But if they split, they got to go back to Atlanta next Saturday night for the pivotal game 5, and we don't want that. So let's win tomorrow, and then it makes it a little easier for to wrap it up at home, right? So I'm thinking, some of these other playoffs, but it's very interesting this year. I love baseball, and I always follow it, but it's very interesting. The Orioles lost yesterday. The Orioles had a case of the nerves. They're a very young team. Orioles haven't been in the playoffs in like 9 years. Home game. And sometimes it's not good to have a home game like that because it can work against you. And some of the Orioles admitted they had some nerves. So they're down 1-0 now to Texas. You would think the Orioles would win today. The American League, they're playing today. The National League has the day off. Baltimore better win because if they don't, they have to go down to Texas behind 0-2. Houston beat those evil Astros, beat the Twins. And, the way I look at it is the Twins were just happy to win a series because they were on an 18-game losing streak in the playoffs. That's incredible. So to me, it's an emotional letdown going to the next series and playing the defending world champions. Minnesota has a good team, but I would be surprised if they lose this series. In a way, I kind of hope the Phillies would play the Astros in the World Series to get some revenge. My hope is that the whole world would be rooting for the Phillies. Who wants to see the stinking, cheating, rotten Astros win again, right? Um, the game that really surprised me, though, was the Dodgers. And the Dodgers, first inning, Clayton Kershaw gets knocked out. The Dodgers give up 6 runs to the Arizona Diamondbacks in the first inning. Who would have thought, right? Arizona has a good young team. They're fast, they defend well, they have decent pitching. I'm worried about the Dodgers. The Dodgers, even though they won 100 games this year, to me, they're not the same. They're not your grandfather's Dodgers. Um, they have Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, of course, but I don't like their pitching. Kershaw gets knocked out. I just don't like their pitching. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona wins the series. I mean, already Arizona has home field advantage. You go back to Arizona, win 2, it's over. Dodgers have to win tomorrow. If not, they're in big, big trouble. Isn't it funny that the 3 baseball teams that won at least 100 games this year, Baltimore, Atlanta, LA, all lost game 1 of the playoffs yesterday? Goes to show you the regular season doesn't mean that much. Neither does winning your division. To me, it's always been this thing. Wild card or not, the hot teams are the teams to root for and play and watch in the playoffs in any sport. You talk about football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Always go with the hot team. And Phillies are hot, right? They were hot going into the playoffs. No surprise that they beat the Braves in game 1. Go with the hot team, right? So it's going to be interesting this week what happens in these division series. But so before I run out of time, Eagles, it's game day. Eagles are playing out on the West Coast against the Rams. Eagles should win this game, but I don't know. I have a funny feeling that this game's going to be a little closer than they think. Eagles right now are like 4-point favorites, but the Eagles on the road, flying across the country, and the offense just still isn't clicking. To me, this is my observation. They just look different. And what's different about the offense? I mean, Jalen Hurts is still there. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are still there. Dallas Goedert's still there. To me, the difference is the offensive coordinator. Play calling. Not, I don't, there's something off there. There's something off there, maybe Nick Sirianni has to go back to calling plays. I don't know. There's just something not right there. And it could be the new offensive coordinator. We'll see how it plays out. But I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Eagles go out there at 4:00 today and steamroll the Rams. They should. The Eagles on paper are a much better team. But we'll see what happens. Interesting day of NFL football coming up, my friends. The Steelers are playing at home across the state. 4.5-point underdogs to Baltimore. Number 1, Baltimore is their rival, big rival. Number 2, these teams always play close games. Number 3, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers coach, is great being an underdog at home. I would take the Steelers, at least to keep it close, if not to win the game. That's just my thought. Take it for what it's worth. It's free. I don't charge you for coming on and watching this crap. Or listening to it. So take it for what it's worth. Seriously, I think the Steelers, they win that game. I just do. So tonight, big game. If you're not watching baseball, Dallas Cowboys at San Francisco 49ers. Here's the final thing I have to say. People are wondering, who should we root for? San Francisco, We're undefeated. You know, that first round bye is big going into the playoffs. San Francisco's schedule is not that tough by the time they come to Philly and play the Eagles later in the season. It may be advantageous for San Francisco to lose. The Eagles win today. Eagles all of a sudden are the only undefeated team in the league. They have a leg up on the 49ers. No, no. I'm not buying it. I don't want it. I'm not buying it. Anytime the Cowboys could lose is a good time, is a good day. I want Dallas to lose. I don't trust Dallas. What if Dallas wins and the Eagles lose? All of a sudden they're tied. And I don't I don't like it. I just don't. Plus, there's something morally wrong with rooting for the Cowboys. Just there's something wrong with it. I can't do it. So to me, no matter how much it would benefit the Eagles to see the 49ers lose, I can't do it. Sorry. I got to be rooting for San Francisco tonight. Dallas sucks. And that's the way it is. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. I had to come on. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. There's too much to talk about. I'm all excited. I'm ready to pee my pants again. No, I'm just kidding. But I had to come on, celebrate the Phillies with you guys. Tomorrow night, more celebrations. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a podcast at 3 in the morning. I don't know. Who knows? But I think more good times are on the way this week. That's what I think. And if the Eagles win tonight, they'll be 5-0, baby. 5-0. So let's savor these good times and appreciate them while we can. Because Lord knows we've had our share of tough times in Philadelphia with our sports teams. Yeah. So have a great Sunday, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow. Go Phillies, go Eagles. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.